How much bait's enough bait? Damon at Black Warrior Lures. Last time we talked about, you know, how much boat is enough boat, how much gear is enough gear, or how much bait's enough bait. Well, today we're running jugs. And I know that when you're jug fishing, you gotta have a lot of bait. I think I got about 14 jugs with me. And we've got some soap bait here that I made myself. We have some paste bait, cheese bait that I made. We've got some good old beef livers that, I know some people who about every year they'll buy a cow or half a cow and they always give me the liver, so I have that. And so if you're running, 14 jugs and with 2 hooks apiece, you can just do the math and figure out, okay, you're going to need a lot of bait. So, okay. And so that's how much bait you need. Now, if you're fishing cut bait, which I'll probably be using some cut bait later on here this season, especially once the catfish get on into the sort of more into the shallows and into the spawn. I'll probably be using more cheese bait and cut bait. Cut bait, I love brim fishing, so why not just go do your brim fishing to get your bait, and then just use your brim fishing to get your bait, and then use your brim to catch your cats. And so you could do that. The only thing about that is it requires more time, because you actually got to account for the time it's going to take you to catch the bait. And that's why prepared baits work so well, especially for channel catfish, is because for people who, I'm working a full-time job, trying to build a business, and I'm trying to, get fishing and experimenting. And so it's kind of hard to get all that done. It's kind of hard to go catch a bunch of bait, Oh, what am I doing? Let's get our weight here. And so it takes time. And sometimes it's just easier to just go with a prepared bait just because it's already prepared ahead of time. I don't have to, if you only have a limited amount of time to fish, prepared baits can really help you in terms of saving time. And so we'll throw a piece of beef liver on this guy. And then be just about ready to throw this guy out next time. There we go. I think I'll throw a cheese bait on him so you guys can see what that looks like. And I always cut this up in little cubes and stuff. And if you guys are wanting recipes and stuff like that, let me know. Okay, so we'll put it on there about like that. Doesn't have to be fancy, it just has to be on the hook. So we're going to, gosh, it's shallow in here. I think we've kind of gotten up under these trees or whatnot. And the current's moving me downstream, but the wind is pushing me back toward the bank, and it's really annoying. It's one thing I hate about this particular design is the daggum, these holes are just too small, wetty, greasy, slimy hands, and you can hardly thread the line through it. So thinking about making jugs out of wood. I've got a lot of pine near my house, and we'll take that. That'll be that. I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. And so, a little bit of, pour off a little bit of that blood, and that'll give you a little bit of a chum effect. Wind's going one way, current's going the other. It's always annoying. Great thing about the soap bait is, guess what? Just wash my hands right here. Good thing to have. some of that blood off your hands. I'm not doing it for any sanitary purposes. I'm just trying to get that blood off my hands. I always carry some towels with you. I always forget my towels. I end up using my gloves as towels. But we're going to head on upstream, let these sit and work and chum for a while, and I'll talk to you guys later. That's how you know how much bait you need. Depends on what you're fishing. Line and reel fishing, I would probably just take the cheese bait with my glug here, which is basically some, it's like menhaden oil and garlic, you know, and I would just use that mostly, or just good old cut bait. That's all we're going to do now. And that, my friends, is how much bait is enough bait. Oh, dang it. Too much noise there. Check you later.